All right, so technically we're not in France, but we're at the next best thing, which is the Embassy of France in Washington, D.C. Really excited to be here today for two reasons. One is it's International Pancake Day at the International House of Pancakes, and I'm telling you, the whole town is just buzzing about this situation. Secondly, we're here for the Biodynamic Producers Conference. We're going to see 47 producers, mostly from France, but from around the world, that are specialized in producing biodynamically produced wine. So, again, we didn't really get to go to France today, but we got to go to the next best thing, and honestly, technically my hand is in France right now. I'm standing in front of the table of the incredible Alsace producer, Marcel Dice. Right behind me in the brown jacket is Nicolas Joly. Nicolas is really considered to be the godfather of the biodynamic movement in France. This gentleman has published several books on the subject and is really sort of considered to be the dean of the subject of biodynamic wine production in France and frankly all over the world. People who are considering biodynamic principles in California or in Germany or in Spain look up Nicolas to see what he has to say on this subject. The wines are incredible, the amazing Coulis de Syrah wines. All right, I'm very excited to be here with Christine Saurel of Monterius Vineyards. I am a huge fan of the wines of Monterius. And Christine, if you can tell me just a little bit about the history of Monterius and when the vineyard was started.
So it's a very old vineyard because it's in my husband's family for 5 generations. And for my husband and I, we started in a vineyard in 1986 after our studies. And step by step, we, by our private life, we evolved to the biodynamic way of farming. So we discovered homeopathic medicine for human. We discovered organic food. You know, it was in 1986, so it was a long time ago now. Early. And so for us, to start biodynamically was so natural.
And it's very much a family enterprise, is that right? How many generations do you have working at the winery and in the fields now?
Actually, my father-in-law, us, my husband and I, and our daughter Justine, the eldest of our 3 children, she is learning and practicing wine and vines, and she makes theory at school, and she shares time between school and our estate to learn biodynamic, because at school she can't learn anything about biodynamic. So we are 3 generations now.
3 generations.
3 generations.
Well, Christine, from the very first time I tried a bottle of Monterius wine, which was the 2005 Le Cadet, I just felt I could taste not only the commitment to your sustainable farming practices, but the love and attention that go into making the wine. And when you taste wine that is operated and owned by a family, I feel like you really get that in the glass. And your wines really do a great job of delivering that expressiveness. Christine, thank you so much for talking with us today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just to my left over here is the table of Telmo Rodriguez of Spain. Telmo is absolute rock star in Spain, and his wines are really, really amazing. I'm surprised to see him here. I didn't really realize that he was also a biodynamic producer, but I should have known. You can taste the difference in these wines that are biodynamically produced. Do you see this frenzy over here at the Villain table? That's for making good wine. Okay. I'm at the table of Stephane Tissot. the Jura area, and this guy makes just some absolutely incredible wine. Some of the very best sparkling wine that I've ever tasted outside of Champagne, but also the incredible Vin Jaune and other traditional wines of the Jura area. Huge fan of Stephane and his work. I'm here getting heckled by the Peanut Gallery and visiting with the incredible Stephane Tissot. Stephane is a winemaker in the Jura district of France, and what a unique line you have. I mean, in addition to the Fleur yeast, which occurs only in parts of Spain and then in the Jura Mountains, what other unique characteristics? We just tasted a wine called Pulsard. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we have lots of different kind of grape in Jura. In total, we have 5 different kind of grapes. We have Pulsard, Trousseau in red grapes, Pinot Noir too, and Chardonnay and Savagnin in white. And Pulsard is very interesting because it's a local grapes. We have very light red wine, and we grow it very traditional in organic and biodynamic since 5 years, and we make winemaking without sulfur. And we have a wine with lots of character, but still very light and very pure, very interesting.
Stephane, I tasted the sparkling wine. I said in a little segment I did earlier that I think you probably produce the finest sparkling wine that is outside of the Champagne region. Tasting what I tasted today, I have to think that that's probably true. The incredible fruit characteristic, and I just got this really beautiful note of tangerine on the wine today, but everything is in there for you to experience. How long have you been making sparkling wine?
We make sparkling wine in Jura since a very long time, but in our estate we make sparkling wine since approximately 40 years, and at this time we use Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and because we have clay soil we can have lots of very nice acidity in our wines, and in sparkling wine we have lots of fineness and it's very concentrated. It's very nice.
Well, they're amazing wines. Stephane, thank you for taking a minute today. I really appreciate it. Keep making great wine. I'm here with the spectacularly misnamed Jonah Beer of Frogs Leap Winery. And I understand, Jonah, you may want to be one of the very few people that actually has seen Bonjour. Is that right?
Oh, I think so. No, actually, I think I was like, what, the 10 millionth viewer on YouTube.
Coming up to the Domaine de Villaine table here. These are incredible Burgundies. This whole tasting has been incredible. The quality of the wine from France is just the best in the world. These wines are spectacular.